Hello y'all, welcome to lesson 5.14. Today we're going to be doing proofs involving scalene and right triangles. So let's go to right triangle first. Hopefully you remember that right triangle has one right angle. Okay, so if I was to draw it, it would look something like this: ABC, where this angle is right angle. Okay, and then scalene. Okay, we haven't really talked about scalene that much, but you can also look in the back of the classroom. And basically, scalene triangle is a triangle with, a triangle with no congruent sides. So if I was to draw, I can draw something like this. And as you can see, that none of the sides are congruent to any one of them. Okay, so let's go over how do we prove something is a right triangle. Now, if something is a right triangle, you must prove that the angle is a right angle. And the way you do that is that you're going to prove that these two lines, AB and BC, they are perpendicular to each other. Alright, that they have negative reciprocal slope. If you do that, then the triangle is a right triangle. Now, if you want to prove that no sides are congruent, basically a triangle is a scalene triangle, you must use distance. Okay, you can use distance to find length. Alright, basically you have to show that none of the sides have the same length as each other. Okay? I wrote it right here. In order to show that a triangle is a scalene triangle, you must show that none of the sides are equal. Okay, and that requires distance formula. And in order to show that a triangle is a right triangle, you must show that there is one right angle, sides are perpendicular, and that requires slope formula. Alright, you can write it down here as well. Scalene, we just said distance formula, and then slope formula. Alright, they want us to show that this triangle right here, MAD, is a right triangle. So let's go ahead and do that. -2, right here. Y'all, make sure you're plotting your points right. It's very easy to make a mistake. Make sure you double check your points. A, and then D, 5, -3, D. So that's our triangle. Now, looking at it, you can kind of tell that these two look like they're perpendicular. And it looks like that the right angle is right there. So let's go ahead and find the slope to make sure that they're perpendicular. So we're going to find slope of MA. Remember slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So it's going to be -6 minus -2 over 1 minus -2. So -6 minus -2, that just -6 plus 2, so -4 over 3. You cannot simplify that, so you leave that. And now let's go ahead and find the slope of AD. So you're going to find slope of AD, which should be -3 minus -6 over 5 minus 1, which is going to be -3 plus 6, which is 3 over 4. So as you can see, these two are indeed negative reciprocals of each other, which means that the lines are perpendicular, and that's what we wanted. So we're done. So we're going to write triangle MAD is a right triangle because it has one right angles due to lines being perpendicular. Alright, that's it. So all you have to do for a right triangle is figure out slope of two lines and show that the lines are perpendicular, meaning they have negative reciprocal slope. Alright, let's go ahead and prove that this triangle right here is a scalene triangle. If I graph it, I'm going to get C, negative 5, 0 right here. And then O, negative 2, 0 right here. And then W, negative 5, 5 right here. Okay, I can easily find the length of CW and CO because those are straight lines, but I'm just going to show my work. So I'm going to use distance formula. CO, let's do CO first. You're going to find x1, y1, x2, y2. So you're going to get negative 2 minus negative 5 square plus 0 minus 0 square. So negative 2 plus 5, that just 3 square, which is 9, which is 3. Okay? I can also count and realize that this is just 3. Let's go and find length of CW. So we're going to get negative 5 minus negative 5 plus 5 minus 0 square, which is just 0 plus 25 square root of 25, which is 5. Okay. Now, lastly, we got length of, I don't know why that got erased. So length of WO. So we're going to get negative 5 minus negative 2 square plus 5 minus 0 square. I'm going to write it here. So negative 5 minus negative 2, that's negative 3 square plus 5 square equals to 9 plus 25, which is square root of 34. And that should be 5 point something. I don't have a calculator in front of me, but that should be 5 point something. So as you can see, we found the length and we got 3 different lengths all the time. Okay, I know this is 5 and the other one is 5 point something and the last one is 3. So all you have to do is write a sentence. So you're gonna write triangle COW cow is a scalene triangle because all sides have different length. Okay, as we showed it by using the distance formula. That's it. So to recap, to show a right triangle, you must use slope formula to show negative reciprocal slope. And then for a scalene triangle, you must use distance formula to show that none of them have the same length. You're going to go ahead and do question number 3, 4, and the exit ticket. Or I believe it might be only 3 and 4. All right, good luck.